time to post about this. Let's see. Blue sky. We're live, by the way.
Go. All right. Something.
It's just posting about this. Emma Vigeland on
See, that's right
Skeet.
here. Poppy.
Was
Let's
that?
get that scholar. Let's get that sponsorship.
Oh yeah. Well, we don't actually have a sponsorship. You should not put the logo towards the camera until we get the sponsorship. Emma Vigeland had put on Blue Sky. Just watch X-Men for the first time. Parentheses. I know. I really liked it. I like how they made Mike Johnson trans. Person replied, "They don't turn senators into goo like they used to."
Man, I saw they brought back Ian McClellan and what's his face, Picard, Patrick Stewart for this Doomsday movie. They just can't let go of these dudes. They cannot let go of Bryan Singer. It's weird.
Disney DEI is trending on Blue Sky. Why? FCC chairman opens probe into Disney and ABC DEI practice. Iconic company recently went all in on DEI. Okay.
Dude, Republicans love Disney, man. This is like their.
What do you? They're opening up a DEI probe on them.
I know. They love going after them.
Oh! They love them. I was like, what? It's the opposite.
No, yeah. I mean, they love
I hate them.
Yeah, but you know, they love they hate what they love. You know, like that's how Republicans are. They're so repressed. They're repressed Disney children, Disney adults.
What did you get up to today?
Worked. With a dog. Queens a little bit. About it.
Nice. Went for my walk a little bit ago. We've been getting like real scattered, right? Not enough to like we had rolling thunderstorms earlier, and we had like threatening rain all day, but it didn't really rain and much, but it did rain enough to like fucking make my car look dirty, so it pissed me off. I'm like, I don't want to wash it because it's just gonna keep doing this for like I don't know the next couple weeks or whatever. I'll just get pissed because I'll wash my car and then I'll just do it again.
What you do when it's raining, you just go out there with a bucket and some soap and you wash that bitch then.
You know what I forgot? What's that?
I went downstairs the other day and got one of my old drafting tables and brought it up here and put my table on top of it so I stand when I work now, and my back feels so much better. It's just getting too tight. Everybody really was worried about sitting down every day and working. It's just one thing I did not look forward to.
You had the drafting table like in like a storage thing downstairs or something?
Yeah. Yeah, I've got like 4 drafting tables.
Why
So
you have so many?
I've got like 2 really old ones, and I got one that's like 5 or 6 years old, and I got a new one like 6 months ago. Yeah, about six
Seems
months
like you
ago.
didn't need a new one 6 months ago. You had two. You had three others just kicking around.
And, well, one of them's rickety. It doesn't really,
Hmm.
not really stable, but I keep it. It's got a lot of cool stickers on it, so I didn't want to throw it out. And then the other one, it's down too low. Like I got it online without realizing how like low to the ground it was, and like I thought I got it for the inversion because it almost went to like a like complete like flat angle, but it didn't. It was down too low. So I was like, I can't do anything with this except put stuff on top of it, unless I want to like sit down real low and draw, and that'd be even worse for my back. So
My boy Para says hello. What's up, bro? Glory, glory, Manu. He's
what's
another
up,
Red
Par?
Devil fan, bro.
Is that soccer?
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, hold on a
Baseball?
second. Hold on a second. I'm wearing the wrong hat, bro. I gotta wear my Mexican national team hat, bro. Number one. We won the CONCACAF, bro.
The CONCACAF?
USA's
Is that,
down bad.
is that today?
No, it was like 2 days ago.
Oh,
It was like Mexico versus Panama, I believe, for like number one. They go in the cup.
hmm.
And then in the third place game, it was America versus Canada. And
Oh wow,
America just went out sad, bro.
good,
They didn't even get third place. They lost to Canada.
good.
Everyone is laughing at America. I feel bad. I feel bad for them. That shit ain't me though. Obviously, everyone knows I rep Mexico.
How'd Italy do? Are they in it?
No, because CONCACAF is just like this side of the world.
Okay,
Like
this
it's
hemisphere.
just America, North America, South America.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. I don't really. Italy is in UEFA qualifying, says Para.
Oh, okay.
You identify more as Italian than Greek?
No, it's just Italy is famously really good at soccer, and Greece really isn't. So, like,
Para says they're generally very terrible these days.
shows how much I know. When I was young, Italy was good, but I guess they're not anymore.
Where's my?
Is Greece any good?
I don't know. I don't even. I don't know.
Maybe Parra knows. He probably
If Greece
does.
is good. Probably
Oh,
has an
cool. All
idea.
right. Opa. That's all I gotta say.
Shout out. These days they are, yes. But Italy hasn't won a World Cup game since 2010. Pathetic,
Oh
dude.
wow, damn dude, that's like it's like my Miami Dolphins.
That was pathetic.
Oh, here we go. This is what I was looking for. She's bringing in. They're calling. They said there's the Chinese century coming up
Hmm.
with China just dominating, just running laps around us. Well,
Hmm.
you and they got the new cars, they got all this stuff, but people are saying also that it might be the Mexican century coming up. That's why we're all rocking with Claudia. Mrs. 85%, bro. She's killing the game.
Nice. Just putting Trump in his place. Dog walking him at every chance.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see what's going to happen. I do think, like low key, she's handling Trump better than Canada, and I think it's just through like low grade manipulation, which is sick as fuck. Leave it to a Latina woman to employ low grade manipulation, but it's really like it's putting a strain on her that everybody else doesn't know like how to deal with a toddler except for her, because everyone else is just like making Trump more aggressive and volatile, and she's the only one that's like trying to pacify him, placate his ego, and then like get what she wants. But it's we'll see how this goes.
I saw Chris Hayes skeeting about the Canadian guy, the new guy, basically
Mark
told
Carney.
Trump to, he told Trump to fuck off, and now Trump is actually being real nice to him and being conciliatory to him. Because it's like Trump, if you tell Trump to go fuck himself, if you stand up to him lots of times, he just is like, he's not used to that.
Claudia understands Trump needs to be agreed with, and then realize his bad ideas are bad on his own. Absolutely. Like I said, you just got to learn how to talk to a toddler. Like I read this article where like he was like, I just got off the phone with her. He's like, everybody always says that I have only great ideas, that all my ideas are amazing, and I never learn anything from anybody because I know everything. But she was like, why don't we do a fentanyl task force? And I was like, that's a great idea. And it was like, wait, you didn't think to do a fentanyl task force before? It was Claudia that had to tell you how to do it? Take off these glasses because it's hard to see with them on. But yeah, no, I went out for my walk. I went walking to the grocery store, grab a few things. Like most times I just eat like grilled chicken, some cheese, some guacamole.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty delicious. But I fuck, I had something. Whenever I go there, I just get so frustrated because I know what I'm going to get every time, right? Like I know that I have this very like I'm happy just to eat the same shit basically every day of the year. And so like for me it's like seasoned chicken, some cheese, blah blah blah. And like when I go get it, I just want to go get it, get the fuck out. But every time I want to go somewhere, I feel like there's somebody just moseying, They're fucking just chilling, like looking at things. And I'm like, how are you not locked in? And why can't everybody be locked in the way I'm locked in? You know what I mean? It's just like and I'm not in a rush to get home either. That's the stupid part about my brain is that I go there going like, God, this fucking old lady won't fucking move. What is her fucking problem? And then I'm thinking like, what do I give a shit? You know what I mean? It's like I'm gonna get home and do nothing at the exact same time, or get home and work. But like the reason I'm out is to get on a walk and get to see the world outside of myself for a little bit, which is helpful.
Part of that is like other people aren't on your schedule, so
some people are just going there because they also need to just be outside of the thing. They're not, they're just living their lives. But in my head, I'm like, will you hurry the fuck up? Because I'm trying to live my life. Shout out to the grocery store, though. Ibrahim said he's going to be about 5 to 10 minutes late.
Cool.
Yeah. But yeah, aside from that, I was just working today. I've been staying up late. It's been really annoying because I've been like I keep intending to go to bed early because I don't want to do all-nighters all the time. And then I end up working until like 6 in the morning anyways, or 7 in the morning.
Jeez.
And it'll like just fuck up my day because I'll get the appropriate amount of sleep, right? But I can't like get up and walk early and then walk late. So if I don't go out for like my one long walk, then I'm not walking as much as I want to. And it's strictly because I'm just going to bed so late, but I'm getting some work done. So I'm like, well, it's a give and take, but I need to get back on schedule, like a normal human schedule. I mean,
yeah, at least like go to bed before like 3 or 4 o'clock.
Right.
That's what I try to do. Is like Usually we end the call at night, and I'm usually like, I let the dog out, watch like a 10-minute video on YouTube, and then I go to bed and I'm out.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if I'm working, then I'm like, I could try to get some of this done before, and it just takes me so long to draw shit that I'm just like noodling or working, and I'm just like not getting as much done as I would like. And I'm just like, if I just stay up another another hour or so, like what's the difference? But then it does throw me off the next day where I feel like I'm just rushing to start the day, and I just don't have enough time. But such is life. I'm at least getting my like minimum 2 miles a day, you know.
That's good.
But ideally I'd like to go back to just straight 4, but my sleep schedule's just been so rotten. It's been so bad. Para says, always happens to my ADHD brain. I start a page at 8 p.m., but only get in the zone at like 11, and then I don't want to pull myself away. Yeah, exactly. When you get into that flow state, it feels really good too. The problem is like sometimes I don't even get there. I'm just like trying to get there, and then if I do get there late, well then it's like, okay, well, yeah, now I'm definitely not going to bed. Happens every once in a while.
Yeah.
It's I mean, lately I've been just watching like long YouTube videos to like sort of keep me half interested, you know, like my mind moving while I'm trying to draw. And what I need to do is get that morning routine where I get the bowl of ice with the Saratoga, the bananas. You know, have you seen that guy?
Oh, of course. Yeah. I watched some of that Sad Boys video today when they were talking
Oh,
about that.
I didn't see him talk about it.
Yeah,
It's
they had
just
one of the.
Jarvis, right?
Was that is that the big dude?
No.
That,
Jarvis is the guy with like the hair, like the longer hair.
they had the regular two guys. I don't know their names, and then they
Oh,
had their one
okay.
buddy who was like a guest, who's like this kind of big guy, and he was like,
Hmm.
he's a workout guy. So he's like, I'm glad I have friends who do have a platform that I could talk about this on because I don't have I have ADHD, my ADHD brain won't allow me to like put videos together. Like, well, that's what we're here for, buddy. And
I
he
think
went
it
off
might
about
be
like,
wait, who are you talking about?
I have no idea, man.
Was it like a guy, was it like a white guy with glasses?
No, it was a black dude with dreads, braids.
Oh, interesting. I don't think I've seen that video.
Yeah, it's from their podcast. It was like a 2-hour video. They was broke it down, and I watched like the first 15 minutes or so.
Maybe it might have just came out today, that's why.
Yeah, it was out today.
Oh, okay.
Listen.
Yep. Okay. Last week they had on this guy named Josh. He's his name is Josh Scherer, who is a cook for Mythic Kitchen. Have you ever heard of that channel? I might have sent you one of their videos before. Oh yeah. It was the guy who does like that last meal. He did that Gordon Ramsay episode. But he had on Dr. Mike Israetel on his show. I was hyped, bro. I haven't watched it yet. I think they were talking about protein.
Dr. Mike's always talking about protein in some form or fashion.
Yeah, look at this. It was a real like my worlds collide, a real Power Man 5000 moment for me. Because I'm so used to Dr. Mike in one context, and then these people in another context where they're making their like good food. To see them together, wow.
Protein overload.
I wonder if Josh worked out with him. Yeah, are you eating too much protein? How much protein should you be eating every day? You know, that's a good. I need to watch this episode. I'm not eating too much for sure, but I'm just wondering, like, how much is too much?
Yeah, there's
I know
definitely
you just
too
gotta
much.
listen to your body. That's first and foremost.
Of course, yeah.
Sophie says that you look so
body's
professional today. I was gonna comment on that. I was gonna say you do look very professional today.
Me?
Well, yeah, what's going on? Did you shave your beard? Like, did you trim your beard?
The other
Aside from
day
the
I did.
shirt.
Might be the shirt.
Oh shit! My boy Dan McDade says you're meant to eat 5 handfuls of protein a day. That's crazy. that I'm doing the right amount because that's basically what I'm eating. Shout out to Dan McDade. Shout out to London. No, he's from like Scotland or Ireland or something. But you know, he sounds like he's from London.
Sound like you're from London.
You know what I mean? I can't wait for Ibrahim to get here 5 to 10 minutes late so we could start the show proper. I have so many good stories for us. Do you think Ibrahim has seen? If you had to guess, do you think Ibrahim has seen the? You think Ibrahim has seen the woke up guy, like the morning routine guy?
No, I don't think he has.
Okay, I can't wait because when he gets here, we should have him watch it.
Yeah,
it's mega viral.
only if he hasn't seen it. If he's seen it, then we don't need to. If he's seen it, we don't need to go over it again. You know, like
if he has seen it, we should get his take. If he hasn't seen it,
yeah, show it to him.
Then we have to show it to him. But I think I'm so on the fence about that. I feel like he might have, but it could be one of those things where Ibrahim's like, I don't care about that. You know?
Oh, he definitely doesn't care about it. If
but
he's
like
seen
he could
it,
have
he
seen. So I'm saying like he could have seen it and be like, I don't care about that, so I'm not going to investigate any further. Whereas me, I look at something like that and I go, I got to know everything about this guy. Like this is some trivial bullshit. I need to know his entire life story. And then I need to tell you about it.
You do that a lot. Yeah. I mean, you know what? For better or worse, I've learned a lot just by being your friend. I learned a lot about weirdos and freaks and lunatics.
I'm an empath, dude. Doug says, "What up, crew?"
What up, Doug?
Dan said Ibrahim is above this trash.
He's right.
He is. He is, but I'm not.
He really is. No, you're not.
I am the trash, bro.
And I'm somewhere in the middle. You know, I enjoy the trash, but I also
the
like
trash man. You're one of those raccoons who burrows in
Yeah.
garbage.
Yeah, I burrow in it. I reproduce in it. I sleep in it. No, I'm not it. No, but I definitely feast on it.
You're like Templeton from Charlotte's Web. Remember Templeton, dude?
Yeah.
He was my favorite guy in that movie. I have like an old drawing of him that I did somewhere. When I was in high school, I loved to like do drawings of like a thing that was like a child thing, but then like creepy version of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like a Snow White. Like she looks like Snow White, but the 7 dwarves are like gnarly. You know, they're like little monster freaks. Or like Santa Claus, and no, like a little boy on Santa Claus's lap, but then Santa looks like fucked
evil.
Up.
Yeah.
Like just look like a pervert, you know?
Like twisted.
Yeah. I love the Todd McFarlane twisted action figures when he would be like, you know, here's like this thing that you know from like a Cinderella story, but it's dark and twisted and fucked up.
Twisted.
Yeah, it's like what they're doing now with like all these like public domain like things like Popeye, Winnie the Pooh, Mickey Mouse, where they make these cheap ass movies where it's like, you think this is Mickey the Mouse? What if Mickey the Mouse was twisted?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Is the Popeye the Slayer Man is what they're calling him.
Dan says Santa has a skull for a face, like a fat skull.
Yeah, with a beard though, because it's fucking sick.
I actually have it. I think I uploaded this one on DeviantArt. Let me see if I can pull this up real quick. I'll show you my young twisted art. I was really proud of this one because I thought at the time I cooked with the color pencils. And it's like not good, but I thought I cooked, you know. It was very rewarding when you're a child and you think that you've done a great job, even if you haven't.
Sure.
What's up, Ibrahim?
Oh, what up?
Oh, I think he hit us the 1 second.
Is he on his workbench?
There he goes. Hold on. Here we go. I think I found Cinderella.
Okay. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
I can't hear you. Okay.
Sorry. I had the wrong audio hooked up, so it wasn't going to my headphones.
Ibrahim, do you remember those like Todd McFarlane things where it would be like a fairy tale, but it's like twisted?
Yeah.
Might have been called
they were
Twisted Fairy Tales.
Twisted Fairy Tales.
I was telling Tony how I was so into that when I was younger, of like doing my little drawings where it'd be like, here's a thing, but it's twisted, you know?
Yeah, they were cool.
Here, I'm gonna share. I'm gonna share one.
Little Miss Muffet, and she came with like a giant spider and shit.
It's like, this is Cinderella,
Oh,
but
did you
oh my
do
god,
this?
look at this is like young me.
Wow, dude, 2004.
Look at how twisted it was, bro.
Dude,
The orange is rotten, dude.
you're twisted as hell. That's a mold on that shit.
The
Dude, look at that.
perspective is twisted, dude.
It's fucking twisted.
Look at that rat next to the broom. He looks like he's mimicking his moves from his cage.
You know what? I feel like this rat is kind of sick. This one is terrible. I don't even know what's happening there.
He's sickly. He's kind of. I like the gray guy though. He's like kind of chilling.
Those are the Cinderella rats.
Yeah, Gus in them.
Yeah, gussing them, dude. Discussing them, gussing them, dude. That's crazy. I like how you were like, I'm not drawing her foot, so there's going to be like some crumpled up paper or some suds.
Oh, for sure, that's what happened. I think it's mop. It's like mop strands.
Oh yeah,
but for sure, I was drawing her foot. This is my old art. Here's Twisted Mario. Like Mario's not twisted, but the world around him is twisted. That's like how I felt. Like when you're young, you feel like I'm normal. The world is twisted, you know? Like, oh my god, look at these look at this little Koopa Troopa. It's twisted.
You know I'm all
look at this little Goombot.
Realistic versions of shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
The fact that he's using
but so like imagine that
hard too.
Yeah. I recreated this later. I did like a big version of it because I'm like, this holds up. This is a good idea.
Yeah. Do you have that? Can you show that?
Yeah, let me try to find it. I don't know where. I think it's probably just under my normal stuff. Let's see. My DeviantArt page. I'm so glad I didn't delete this because when I was younger, I would have loved to see like an artist that I like, all of their bad art, you know?
Yeah. Oh, you know I
or
love
like
that turtle
the progress of them becoming a decent artist. Oh yeah, I was
Those
proud
turtles
of that. I made
good.
so much prints off of these turtles. I made so much money. Thank you.
Sorry. Oh my
god.
I
really
oh my god.
I really tapped into something deep. How back was it? I don't think it's that old.
Wait, let's look at some of these though. Like the
Go back.
Yeah, there was like I lost it now. There was
Look
one
at
that was
Real Monsters Twisted.
Yeah, this kind of shit. I love that, dude. It's literally saying because
what kind of shit?
The mouth. Sorry, I think I have a delay today.
Oh yeah.
My connection sucks right now. I've been having internet problems.
Sonic the Hedgehog, but real.
You were way ahead of the curve on their movie design. They would have canceled you so hard, dude.
Yeah, when they changed it back. I was so pissed.
Yeah. Oh damn, Kane! Oh fuck.
When they bitched out. Oh yeah, this Team Hell No. This was like peak Tumblr era me. I thought I cooked on this Batman drawing. I really hate it now. Like a lot of it's fine, but Batman sucks on it. Like his pose is terrible. It was, you know why? It was because I was trying to get that suit as like accurate as I could, and I did not care about what his body was doing. You know.
He's like doing a fist pump. He's like,
Yes.
Got him. I like that
Oh, sweet.
Bane and Batman wrestling.
I'm trying to find the Mario.
Tony,
Oh, no,
look at you and
Kanye,
me switching up
no.
our angles today, dude.
Yeah, I told Ramon that I took one of my old drafting tables and
Oh, shit.
I brought it upstairs and I put my new one on top of it so I can stand and work because my back was just
Oh, nice.
the sitting was killing me.
Well, not for the back part, but for the
Yeah.
solution.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, I got so many of these.
I remember the Mario
things,
one didn't pop off, so I spent a long time doing this.
Oh,
You do have a lot of drafting tables. That's what we learned earlier before you got here. He's got like 5 of those things.
Yeah.
Do you draw on all of them, or do you like?
No. 2 of them were downstairs in the storage unit, and then I have another one here that's like a bigger one that I have my TV on top of, and I just went down and brought an older one up and just laid it flat and put the other one on top.
You're like the money team of drafting tables. We got an indoor drafting table and an outdoor drafting table. Smallville.
That was a commission.
That's awesome.
Shout out to people who gave me money. A lot of these back here were like commissions from like eBay and shit back in my eBay commission days.
You draw the Alan Richson Reacher. Oh, there's your Mario right there.
Oh, there he goes.
There's Mario.
This is the recreation. But see, so I gave him the light gun. Dan asked if he was carrying it. He absolutely was. But I gave him the colors from the original Mario game because I thought that would be like more real.
Dude, those Koopas or whatever look so good. Look at that little mushroom ass motherfucker, man. Look at that.
That Goomba, he's drooling.
I picked that dude out of my yard this morning,
was
dude. That's crazy.
Bro, is
wild how British he looks.
You look like you're from London.
What, the turtle or the
Mario?
Mario? Oh, okay.
Mario looks like Mr. Belvedere or something.
I say it's me, Mario.
I should redo this again and just keep doing it every 10 years.
Just release a collection of the Mario project by Ramon Villalobos.
Because how old was this? Yeah, 2010. Oh, so a little more than 10 years ago. So this was 5 years or like 6 years after that other one, though. That's an insane amount of growth if you think about it.
You know what I mean? Post it and be like, keep drawing, kids. One of those. Stick to it. Keep drawing.
It's just, I just mean like, what's that?
Oh, I didn't say
no one said anything.
Maybe Ramon have the lag today.
Yeah, he might be. His internet's a little wonky.
Could be because I'm screen sharing.
Yeah.
But yeah, like 6 years in between these two drawings is kind of nuts.
Yeah, that's a big improvement.
Dan said, "Make it more and more British each time."
So you would have been high school that first one. You would have been like a junior or a senior.
Yeah. I was a junior.
Yeah, that's awesome.
How much am I delayed? That's crazy. Sometimes it like picks up, but maybe I should exit and come back in.
Yeah, if you want to try it, we'll be here.
Yeah, we'll be right back.
We just dip out.
Tony's done it before.
I was by myself. There was no one watching. It was kind of awkward.
Wait a minute. I think it caught up.
Like I was sitting around with my pants down or something.
Hope you didn't realize you were, and that's why you left. Yeah, Jeffrey Tubin moment. Oh shit. Dude, remember when that Tubin story broke and we were just like, We were having a field day in the chat that day, man.
That was like, yeah, all those COVID stories. I mean, all those COVID era like moments, they hit extra hard because we were all just locked in online nonstop.
Yeah.
William Britton says, also, Sophie, congrats on the new Supergirl book.
Oh,
Dio
nice.
says,
So
hey,
we're
glad to see Ibrahim back, keeping you boys in line. I know, dude.
Yeah.
We were wilding last week. All we did last week was bang on Elon Musk for like 2 hours straight.
Yeah,
Oh,
pretty
that's
much.
okay. I wouldn't have shut any of that down.
It was so funny. We just like before the show, I had all my news stories, and then I had like 2 about Tesla. And then I was like, Tony, what if we just do like a full 2 hours on just Elon and just talking about what a bitch he is? We're like, yeah, let's fucking do it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Speaking of which, I saw this story. I saw this story here. SpaceX rocket fuel makes stunning swirl in European sky. And I thought, like, is that something you should be happy about? I feel like that's not a good thing.
You're saying it exploded.
It's like, well, we can read the story here, but here's the stunning swirl.
Yeah, that's probably not good.
Yeah,
No,
all
no.
I'm thinking is like, I don't want fuel in the sky. That seems bad. It says a stunning blue and white spiral spotted in skies across Europe late Monday was created by frozen fuel tumbling from a SpaceX rocket, according to weather forecasters and scientists. The UK's Met Office said on X it received many reports of an illuminated swirl in the sky on Monday evening, likely caused by a rocket that had blasted off earlier from Cape Canaveral. How do you say that word?
Canaveral.
In Florida. Don't panic. It wasn't a UFO, but a degassing of a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket. I would say, okay, can you not like just shoot chemicals into the sky that you use to fire rockets? That seems bad.
Also, why is there a SpaceX rocket going up every week? Like, what are they doing?
They're just wasting American taxpayer money, dude.
Pretty much.
Because like he keeps saying like, oh yeah, I don't know if you saw, but he was like, oh, we're going to Mars in like 2 years, and it's like we're not doing that.
That's my Elon. Sorry. So interesting. So what we're planning to do is, he just fucking stammers and does this. He thinks this makes him look so smart. But dude, anyone can steeple their fingers. You look like an idiot. In a fucking baseball cap in the White House.
Dio says,
guessing.
Dio says this news is kind of great because conspiracy cranks always report these are international portals opening up.
Oh shit.
They were sending up dildos to that trapped couple. Baffled Englishman thought this was the moon. Pictures of the vivid swirl were also posted on social media users in countries including Sweden, Poland, Hungary, and Croatia. People across Europe may have had the chance to see the phenomenon, as long as it was not obscured by clouds. Planetary scientist James O'Donoghue of UK's University of Reading told AFP. The spiral was created after the rocket's first stage booster, which blasted off the ground, separated.
I like that you said it's the University of Reading.
That's what it is, dude.
It's Reading, but Reading sounds funny.
Mate, Reading is spelled with 2 D's. It's up here in Northern California. Have you ever been? Because I have.
No, but that's what they call the UK University of Reading. They call it Reading.
You know,
that's how how you literally spell the word reading.
Okay, well, that's how the other pronounce it. I don't know what to tell you. We got a British guy in the chat. You should be able to.
William says, "Oi, oi, oi! What's all this then?"
It sounds like you're from London.
Sound like you're from London.
It says exactly what it was carrying into space was classified. Well, declassify it. That's what we're doing these days, right?
Damn it, Dave. Damn it, Dave. Tony's right. The town of Reading is pronounced Reading.
And how do you pronounce Reading?
Bro, I don't know what to tell you. I'm not British. Trying to educate you. You can keep being ignorant.
Think about that. No. First of all, it's America first. That's first of all. Actually, it's America second. It's Mexico first. Mexico's number one. Vamos. But second of all, I'm not going to listen. Colonialism already happened once. Imperialism already happened once. I'm not going to let them do it again with the word reading. Okay. You know why? Because I learned how to read. You know, and I didn't have to go to a university just for that specific purpose. I just went to a normal school. How do you pronounce this? Read. That's right.
Or read. I read it.
No, red
I
is
read that
spelled
book.
R-E-D.
I read that
Owned.
book.
Owned
It's
with facts and
R-E-A-D.
logic.
Yeah, but you read that name wrong.
Dan is doing a colonialism SMH. Anyways, Elon Musk sucks. We were banging on him last week, but I got news stories this week. You want to hear some?
Let's
Or
do
should
it.
we-
Let's go.
You know what
Let's do
I
it.
wanted to talk about also? I named the title of this episode after it, so maybe we should talk about it just like a little bit. The Snow White movie, because it's like it's like there's two stories this week that grown men really care about. One, the group chat messages for the illegal bombing of Yemen, which is crazy, you know. But then the other one is like Snow White. Adult men are really weirdly fascinated by a movie meant for little girls and babies. And I'm fascinated by that.
Yeah,
I don't know
much
like
about it. I just know that I mean, anytime there's like, I don't know if Rachel Ziegler is like a woman of color or if she's particularly woke and that's why they're mad about it, but I just know that they're like, ugh. And this guy I follow on Instagram, he was like, oh, that Snow White bombed at the box office. He goes, bro, you're 35 years old. And like, that was it. I was just like, damn.
Oh, you know what? There was one other
Before
story that
he
people
got
cared
him.
about, and we were curious if you had heard about this. The morning routine guy, Ibrahim. Do you know about him or no? Can you hear me, Tony?
Ibrahim?
Can you hear me?
I hear you fine.
Oh, okay.
I can't hear Ibrahim. Maybe he's on mute, or maybe his. I
Oh
can't hear
shit, we can't hear you.
it.
Wait. Now we can hear. We heard you laughing just now.
Oh, okay.
Do you know about the morning routine guy?
No,
Okay, we were curious. We were like, this is a little bit beneath you, but we were like, we wanted your opinion on this guy. I'm gonna find a better.
Yeah, I did not think you knew about this guy.
I was like, you might have seen something about it, and then you were like, this is like annoying, and I don't care, and I don't want to see it. You know what I mean? Like,
it's
I don't get why
possible it
people.
crossed my path in that capacity, but I wouldn't have
Yeah,
known
yeah.
because I wasn't, you know.
This thing went insanely viral. My brother's calling me in the middle of the show. He thinks I'm gonna answer. He's wrong. Okay. Once TikTok loads, then I can show you this video. But I had it pulled up on Instagram, and then I remembered how loud Instagram is. Okay. Here we go. Share screen. Okay, so this guy has been going viral because he has an incredible morning routine. So he wakes up at 3:57, brushes his teeth. 3:58, he starts opening a bottle of water. Drinks for a minute. What is that? Is he putting Rogaine on his beard?
He's trying to get it fuller.
Just some sort of beer product. Yeah. I love that for like a solid few minutes, he just goes outside and just stands there being jacked. Not flexing. This is just his natural physique.
That's how he wakes up.
Yeah.
It could be 8:30 at night here. We don't know. I'm just putting that out there.
Why would it lie? Why would it lie, dude? What does he gain from lying about how early he wakes up?
That's a good question.
Oh, he broke the bottle. Wait, I didn't see that before. I never noticed that little detail that he broke the bottle. Oh, right. He had somebody else pick it up.
It'd be funny if it was like 4:34,
He
sweeping up, 4:35, still sweeping.
Where's the part later on where he's like jumping into a pool and it's like
hold on, he's gonna see it. You know we're watching the video. You know how videos work. He's gonna see that when we get to it. You don't have to spoil it now. So I love that he journals. When I saw that, it really made me think that he's like a Paul Schrader character. If like Paul Schrader listened to The Weeknd.
Is he journaling about the day before, or is he journaling about getting up and breaking a bottle? You know,
he's like, "Ugh, I woke up at way too early again. Need to stop doing this. The only drinking water I have costs like $15 a bottle. Broke one of them. Spilled $15 water everywhere."
Do we know where he is?
I don't know where he is. I know he's American though, because he was like a football player, right, Tony?
Yeah, he played college ball. Like Acorn State or something.
I saw like out at 4 a.m. and it's like not freezing out, so maybe like
Florida, maybe.
Florida. I was thinking Miami. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely has Miami vibes.
He definitely has Miami vibes. So this is the part where people were like going crazy because he pours the expensive water into the ice bowl. Like everything else up to this is like it's a little extreme to get up at 3 o'clock to journal and do a few push-ups, but this is crazy. Dips his face in the water.
Why, dude?
He gets ready like a Batman too.
What's he got? Alfred handing him clothes? I don't understand. The white gloves off to the side. It's so weird.
Is that a Breathe Right strip or a Biore blackhead remover? Which one?
It has multiple functions. We missed it because I can't scroll back in TikTok or whatever. Oh, I guess I can. In the beginning, he has a thing over his mouth too, like so that when he sleeps, he's not breathing out of his mouth.
On the Sad Boys episode, they said it's called hostage tape, literally, and it's like for like people who mouth breathe.
Oh, it is.
Breathers. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh wow. I wonder what the point of that is. Just to, like, you breathe better if you breathe out of your nose or something.
The one dude's like, this guy's definitely got sleep apnea.
Yeah, I got using Rogaine on the beard is a crazy move.
Yeah.
He'll never lose it though. You use it or you lose it, you know?
I mean,
I love that he's got like this outfit looks like an old-timey swimsuit, like if he was a little rascal going swimming.
They're going down to the shore.
That mindset, dude.
To be that jacked, I would imagine you'd just have to lift weights all day long. Like how?
And eat like lots of protein. I don't know the right amount, but like a lot of it.
A lot.
2 hours drinking water, dude.
Yeah.
How do you get
he has done nothing. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Bro.
What would complicate this morning routine though is before he does every one of these steps, he'd have to have a camera person get there like a few minutes in advance to set up the shot.
Dude, you guys know I make YouTube videos of like my action figure stuff. It takes so much time to just set up the camera and fucking, change the angle and then do a thing and then like to do that. I mean, he definitely had to have somebody there helping him, which we saw, giving him his chanclas and shit. But
Ibrahim, your audio keeps like dipping in and out. Are you on the wrong microphone?
No, it's I'll switch to the let me change my settings real quick. Keep going.
Okay.
So like he doesn't like take a shit in the morning, I guess, which is kind of disturbing.
Is that part of your morning routine? Like what would your morning routine look like, Tony?
Get up, go outside, let the dog out, squint my eyes because I'm still not awake yet, come in, make some coffee, take 2 sips, immediately take a shit. As soon as the caffeine hits my lips, my stomach's like, all right, it's time to go. Do my morning constitution.
The what the fucker shit.
Yeah, the what the fuck I need to.
Your day starts like an episode of the What the Fuck Pod with Mark Maron.
Lock the gates! That's what happens when I wake up.
So
I drink it and I go pow whenever I sip it. So
Let me know if this gets better. I turned off like the auto leveling that was like built into the app.
Oh, interesting. So yeah, so he's walking out. Steam room. He wasn't in there that long though. He was in there for like 10 minutes, maybe. Is that all that you need to get a steam going?
Yeah, 10 to 15, really. You don't want to spend too much time in there. You can get too dehydrated.
He looks like a super jacked Urkel. Or like Stefan Raquel.
He's all.
Am I wrong?
He's all.
No, you're not wrong.
Do that.
That's what he's putting in his journal.
Did I do that?
He's journaling about Laura.
This is like that meme of like. This is like the meme of that like that nerd who like left him for the jock or whatever. This is like the end stage of that meme. You know what I mean? Where he's like, "Ha! Now I don't want you, horror," or whatever the fuck the meme says. Deep breath.
Going up.
Is this him? Did he grow out his hair for this shot?
3, 2, 1.
Oh no, it's not hair. It's like a band for his sunglasses.
Yeah.
Looking
what's
like
what's he training for?
Mutant.
What's this guy getting ready for?
To be an optimal human being.
Yeah.
To be hella jacked.
It's success. Mission accomplished.
I like how everything he has is like a sort of like a wealth status symbol, but he's got like old headphones. I feel like that like no new iPod headphones don't like have the stem anymore, right? They got rid of that. He's got the wackest headphones. Actually, Ibrahim, yesterday I went and hung out with my family, and for like a decent amount of it, they were just making fun of like how I used to have really like broke headphones. Like I would
feel
go
like
to
the
like
ones
TJ.
he's got are fine.
But I feel like this is like they have more expensive ones though. Like he could have more expensive headphones.
Yeah. Because I'm wearing them, so I'm like.
Oh. My bad.
I got those headphones.
Yeah, this Prince is like he's really intense about this.
Whoa.
I think he could be Batman if he hated crime.
Yeah.
If his parents were killed in an alleyway.
He needs that song.
He could be Batman.
That song "Jump" on it.
The Van Halen song.
Yeah.
Or the Pointer Sisters one.
It's good to meet you, man.
Whoa, hey, we love you, dude.
I think it's the fucking old timey swimsuit beat up.
Wait, I think
Bro, is that
a
the
different
brothers?
one, huh, Tony?
Are those the brothers from White Lotus? What the fuck? Yeah, this is a different one. I don't know.
They're fresh off of jerking each other off. That's crazy.
Dude, rise and grind.
What are they wearing actually?
Rise and grind, bro.
Like
Rise and grind. I don't know. It's like wetsuit pants or something. I don't know. Were they surfing?
Yeah, that's weird.
Is that what kids are wearing these days?
I don't think so, but I guess I don't go to where children swim, so it's hard to say.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Oh, another bottle.
Wait, it says 8:33 a.m.
Whoa.
No shot. What are you talking about? You didn't do all of this stuff before 8:30 in the morning.
That's not his hand. He's got help.
No, this is like the servant hand that keeps doing things out of sight, you know?
Mm-hmm.
This is like the hand of like the person who hands him the flip flops and like cleans up his broken glass bottles.
Yeah, that is the woman whose house that he lives in who pays all his bills.
Time
He's
for my
committed to rubbing
8:30
those
banana peel.
banana peels on his face. Yeah.
8:30 banana peel, dude. You wouldn't know about it.
Yeah, that's true because I hate bananas. I don't like the smell of them. I don't like the taste of them.
Bro, I got bananas upstairs right now. I'm gonna go get a peel and rub that shit all over my face. See what it does.
I would love it if you did that.
Dude, I'll fucking
What if
do
you
it.
did it and you turned? What if you did it and turned super jacked like him, like just
That'd be
overnight?
Just woke
You're
up
like, holy
Tobey
shit! I guess he
Maguire
was
in the
right.
first Spider-Man movie.
He was like, you take off your shirt and you're like, whoa! Is she making it?
Janet your wife doesn't recognize you. She runs out the door screaming.
That looks like tofu, but
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
Proteins.
Thank you.
Look at him watching. I hope he's watching his own shit. Oh no, he's watching like other people making little videos for him. Look at his meals.
Looks really
he's
good.
loving- oh, Drake.
Oh,
One of the
God.
world's most famous pedophiles is also doing the morning routine.
Wow. That's not a something to brag about. Dude, what?
Like, I mean, Dio said the sad part is he's definitely going to Hawk Tua this into a meme coin in a week. Yeah, he probably
Dude.
will.
100%.
But I'll invest all my money into it. Whatever his name is, whatever morning routine guy, morning routine coin.
You've made your first 10,000. Congratulations. We got to do at least 20, bro.
Oh my God. So like, so the original one, he's doing like a fake business meeting where he's talking to somebody. He goes, we need to get that to at least 10,000. So he's like, oh, we got 10,000. We need to get at least 20,000.
Oh, wow, he's moving up. That's
So wait,
cool.
This should be literally all he does? Yeah, he said double your rates. It's hard. I guess it's hard to know which one of these is the one that. Good.
Next time I get a big 2 job, I'm gonna go dip my face in some ice water and be like, yeah, I'm gonna need at least 500. Like, no, but you don't understand.
Look, he was like straight just doing this every day. He was doing this every day, and then one day, 100 million people watched that video. That's crazy as hell. Here's the original one, I would assume, because it's got 104 million views.
He's got the purple light. Like, he definitely just has like a spotlight in there for like recording and
got the bisexual lighting.
Yeah.
Yeah, hold up.
I love that he lights this like it's like his like he's in a movie. It's vibes. You turning your lights purple?
Oh yeah, keep it going. I was trying to find my light gel. I don't know where I put it. I guess I'm not in the right grind set mindset, dude.
No. But he's got it outside too.
Easy work.
So we're gonna be serious about the Lord's business.
Oh wow, I listen to the gospel in the morning.
What do you think a guy like this, like when he's like, living his life, like when he's out in the world, do you think he's like anxious about anything, or do you think he's just so dumb that he like doesn't even think about the problems outside of himself?
I think he's just always on that grind set, you know? That's all he's thinking about is that grind set.
I think he's probably trying to think of like every interaction that he's gonna have like in the day and ask himself like, how's he gonna maintain this persona throughout it? Oh, for sure. Yeah, get that 20,000 to everybody he talks to. God bless you. Thank you so much. Hey, thank you for this bountiful meal you have provided me at this Chipotle. God bless you. You know?
I would say he's definitely a Zionist.
Wait, why you say that?
He's too strict and rigid. He's got to be a Zionist.
I don't know about that. He probably is. I mean, I don't know the gospel stuff. This is what Tony was talking about earlier. Is that he jumps here at 7:36, and then the time switches 7:40 when he gets in water. I just when like people like have apartments like this where they're like super like crazy fancy looking, and I just never understand what kind of jobs people must have to afford apartments like this,
right?
Or lifestyles like this.
Yeah,
it fascinates me.
It's 10, 20,000 easy. By the way, I've been fucking with this light this whole time. So he's definitely like setting shit up in between shots, or somebody is, and it's a little more painstaking than it seems like it would be.
1,000. So looking at it, bro, we got to go ahead and get in at least 10,000.
This is all I can get. It's like not even.
That's kind of similar to his vibe, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see what you got going on over there. You should start doing your videos like that. Oh shit! Oh no! We've lost him.
Shit.
He rubbed the banana peel on his face. He's Jack now.
basically, bro. 30,000.
Wow.
Dang. Anyhow, that guy's been going mega viral. And speaking of Zionists, this new Snow White movie is pretty interesting. It's like such a weird place for this. Do you know about this, Ibrahim? The Snow White movie?
What's that?
Oh no, we've completely lost him to the grind set culture. Do you know much about the Snow White movie?
I'm trying to figure out how to drink all that water with this tape on.
Well, the problem is that you're not drinking water out of a glass bottle, so it's already kind of like.
That's true.
You're kind of taking a fat L.
No, I know that so I know there is a Snow White movie in the latest in like these Disney live action remakes of the animated stuff. I know that that Zionist pig Gal Gadot is in it as the wicked one. She's the evil lady.
Theo says, looking at it, bro, we're going to need at least 25 points of articulation.
Let's go, dude.
He's crazy for that one. Rise and grind swivel heads.
Yeah, you got to get that ab crunch.
Godot was typecast. So when I saw the trailer for this movie, I was in the theater and I remember like some of the noise about it leading into it, like before the trailer even came out, where it was like, oh, people are mad because Snow White isn't white. They cast a girl who is Latina, you know? They wanted a Latina or Snow Latina, and so people like the regular people were upset. The people who are like they're ruining our childhoods with this bullshit. You know,
Oh my God, it's like a Snow White genocide.
They, what is it called,
bro? It's not called Snow Brown though. I mean, that's the thing.
Snow White replacement theory.
Oh fuck.
No, so like they were mad because it's like, how come she's not white? And like they also started saying like she's not hot, which is like factually inaccurate.
Come on, dog. What are we doing here?
There's like a lot of
that's
like
the level of self-owning that these fools will stoop to. Is like they'll just this objectively beautiful woman is not even hot, dude.
Yeah. It's like Gal Gadot. I can say Gal Gadot is a fucking Zionist scum, but also say she's insanely hot. Like it's not.
Yeah,
it can
like
be-
you know her heart is evil, but it's like,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
but she's hot though. You know,
She's
I'm not
still
gonna
hot.
lie
Something
about it.
that said somebody posted like on Twitter or Blue Sky or something. It was like her acting Israeli bad.
That is crazy. She had some absolute classic line reads though, like Kalel, no, like that's an all banger. Also, is enough champagne to feel denial. Everything she said in like the movies with Superman and Batman are like hilarious. You know.
Yeah.
I don't recall her like actual movie where she talks a lot more being as funny, and I only saw the second one. But you have to give me the stone.
You have to make a wish. There was a line in that movie that was like basically like make a wish on the magic stone or something, and I was just like, did they workshop that out loud at all, or you know what I mean? Like it just sounded so that movie was trash. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when the movie like had the trailer came out, I remember like hearing about the controversy about that. There was also something about like Peter Dinklage and the dwarves. Do you know about this? Like initially they were going to cast dwarves, and they were like, let's not do like little people, like real little people. Let's make them like little monsters. Because I think Peter Dinklage was like, this is fucked up that you're casting little people for this movie, and all the other little people were like, yo, what the fuck?
I
would have worked too.
I read that I can't remember the actor's name, but he's like one of like he's a bald guy. He's a little person. Like you'd see him and you'd be like, that guy. He's in everything. You know what I mean?
I think it was the guy that like punched somebody when they came out. Like he comes out of the oven in that Project X movie. Him? That's the.
I can't remember. It might be, but he's like. I read a quote from him saying like, "Hey, like you know, it's cool that they cast little people to be the voices of little people, though. Like, you know,
yeah.
He's like that still worked for us, whereas like a lot of times they would just cast other people to do it. Like the live action, Snow White and the Huntsman. Like I think those were all like full size actors, you know. The one with Chris Hemsworth and Kirsten Dunst, which is actually a pretty good movie.
Kirsten Dunst?
Sorry, Kristen Stewart. Sorry.
That's our thumbnail today. I was gonna say we should watch that because I feel like in the 2010s, like the millennial version of these kind of things, it was like let's empower women, let's be feminist, and also put a strong dude in there, a Jack Liam's Helmward dude, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But then like now it's like they've went so far, it's like horseshoe theory back to being like she's a girl boss and she doesn't need a man, but there is one, and also Gal Gadot's in it, which is, you know, it's just they made it worse. Oh, so here's the thing with Peter Dinklage. So he was on the Mark Maron's January 24th episode of the WTF podcast. During the conversation regarding Disney's upcoming live-action remake of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, Dinklage praised Disney for casting a Latina actress as Snow White. He's like, oh, I like that they got the Latina chick. But he condemned them for continuing to present what he believed were outdated stereotypes. He said, literally no offense to anything, but I was sort of taken aback. They were very proud to cast a Latino actress as Snow White, but you're still telling the story of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Take a step back and look at what you're doing here. There, it makes no sense to me. You're progressive in one way, but you're still making that fucking backward story about 7 dwarves living in a cave together. I've done nothing to advance the cause from my soapbox. I guess I'm not loud enough. What? Was that a thing people thought about dwarves, that they all live in a cave together and go mining for diamonds?
You know?
Well, in fantasy, like dwarves live in mines or caves or wherever, right? Like in the Lord of the Rings lore, anyway, right? I can see him being. I mean, his point is valid to me. He's saying like, look, if you're gonna like change something to be progressive, like do it for everybody, not just like one group at a time every 50 years. You know what I mean? Like,
so the next day, the studio changed its tactics and they changed the dwarf into magical creatures created with CGI. But other little people, actors, were like, you fucked us. Like that we could have been eaten off of that. You know what I mean? Like that could have been our roles. Like it's easy for Peter Dinklage to be like, they're casting too many dwarves in these movies. Like they shouldn't do that. Like, he's the only dwarf they cast in things. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, was he saying that the characters shouldn't be dwarves, or that just their depiction should be like more thoughtful?
I mean,
I can see Disney
I read what he said, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
it's hard.
I interpret it the way I just said it, and I can see Disney taking the absolute wrong fucking lesson from that, like they do with everything, and go like, "Oh, okay, tight, yeah. They're not
No
going to be
dwarves.
people anymore then."
Right.
It's like, that's not what I meant. I doubt Peter Dinklage was out here trying to like get, dwarves like unhired from shit, or little people, excuse me, unhired as dwarves.
Here we go. It says, despite him saying that, Dinklage weighing in is something new. In fact, it's so unusual that one disabled actor who spoke to IndieWire on condition of anonymity said that Peter Dinklage is a big man in that little people community. You got to be careful. Said that they believe Dinklage was speaking in jest. Dinklage was like, I spent my time on the soapbox, and he really hasn't, the actor said. He's kind of been a genius at averting the topic. I could name a dozen little people who have talked more about this topic than Peter. Dinklage is one of the most prominent faces for the disabled representation for the LP community in particular, but some LPs are less than excited to have him take up the charge. And then it's saying a bunch of other little people who are like, he's tripping.
I mean, his position's difficult. Like, I get that he, how it is when you represent a small margin of like a population in your field, and it's like, okay, am I going to be the loud one all the time? Is that what I'm going to be known for? Or am I going to be known for the work that I should be getting regardless of how I'm my representation or my ethnicity or my, abilities or whatever. So, he was kind of like the first serious little person actor, like
a wee man. We're discounting wee man.
That's why I said serious. You know what I mean? Like, he wasn't there to be the little person all the time. Like, he just is in roles, and so that's hard to do. Like to be that person and to like work that hard to be taken seriously, and then also like find a balance of being the person to represent your entire, like subgroup. So
for me, it would be like. For me, if it would be like if Oscar Isaac started being like, here's how Latino should be treated in Hollywood. Like, bro, you're not even a Latino in Hollywood. I mean, you are, but you never are a Latino in a movie. You know what I mean? So I get where they're coming from too, where it's like, oh, this motherfucker wants to talk. You know what I mean? I see it both ways.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the bigger man and not chime in on this.
That's crazy, because you are the shortest of all of us.
This is the only time I can say that.
So you're more in a position to speak on this issue.
Still bigger than them, though.
Dio said they should have cast Latino dwarves. I agree. That would have solved a lot of problems.
You don't really see like non-white little people and stuff. You know.
The guy in
there's a guy in Bad Santa.
Bad Santa.
I can't remember his name. Yeah,
that guy was hilarious. He was in a bunch of stuff. I think he was in some of the Friday movies, right? Or like one of the Friday movies.
Yeah, he was the neighbor with the hot wife.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. But that's what Hollywood does. They find one, and then they go, "All right, this is the guy."
And they let him tell you not to cast 7 others.
Yeah.
So the controversy about this movie was like it bombs, of course, like because of all the toxicity around it. But then, and also because, by the way, it just didn't look very good. Like that's the other thing.
But that's the thing, dude. I feel like everything's bombing right now. Like even like I mean, Captain America 4 or whatever. Like it did well, but not well by Marvel standards.
Well, we haven't got a movie yet come out this year that was like it's like a real hit. Like we still haven't got to the summer yet. So they're dropping all of this stuff in the spring where movies typically do not do very well, right?
Right.
But I think with Snow White was they were looking at what was going to happen with Wicked, which made a fuck ton of money not that long ago. And they were like, let's just ride that wave. So a lot of this movie looks like that movie. And I think that was the intention they were going for. And like the other thing is the movie had like 5 rewrites. Like Greta Gerwig did a little bit of a rewrite on this movie, which made me a little interested. But then I'm like, right, they just brought her in because it wasn't working. They're like, oh, maybe we can just bring it by the Barbie woman. Like they were just trying to tap resources of every movie that kind of had a little bit of success, do it by committee. Even like people who are not even in the committee, like Peter Dinklage was having a say in how this thing was going to come out. There was no vision of what the thing was supposed to be.
Well, yeah, that's a big part of why stuff is bombing, I think, is because it's all studios trying to guess at what people want, and they have no fucking idea. Because, like, you think that, like Barbie, for example, right? Barbie was a colossal hit. And it was so atypical of what a movie like that is, and it's because they just let Greta Gerwig cook on it, right? Because they just it's one of the few times where they seemingly implicitly just trusted somebody to bring their vision forward, and it worked. You know,
the trailer, the teaser for that was big too, though. Like the 2001 Space Odyssey with Margot Robbie,
which is like super.
I knew that movie.
A lot of people's heads in terms of like young kids and anyone who's gonna, you know what I mean? So like,
but it's like I saw that the movie was. I knew it was coming out. I had no idea this movie was out. Even like I saw nothing.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not in the world that would see advertisement for this, but like I didn't see anything.
Yeah, I feel like the target audiences for this are, kids, right? And like young girls. And I don't think they're sitting there going, is this movie woke though? Like, I mean, maybe their parents have that kind of influence on them or something. But like, to me, that's just not what, as I remember being a kid and just being like, that looks sick, regardless of how hokey it was, because it had stuff I liked in it visually that reminded me of a thing I like,
Right.
So it might just be that, I don't know, man, parents aren't, I mean, the economy is fucked right now. That's part of it too. People are tightening their belts because they don't have the budget to take, a family of 4 to 6 people to go see a movie and spend $100 to go see a movie, like, I don't know, man.
But like Moana 2 didn't come out that long ago, and I guarantee you the Lilo and Stitch movie is going to do like crazy money. You know what I mean?
You think so?
Yeah, I do. Because it's like a more recent thing that, people are going to like, it's IP that people care more about because it's not like 100
Snow
years
White
old.
Came out in like 60s
the
or
40s?
Something. Like, it's old.
Wasn't it like in the 30s or 40s?
I know Sleeping Beauty was like the oldest one, I think, right? Let me see.
No, Wait, Snow White was the oldest one. I think that was the first one.
Was it?
Yeah.
All they gotta do is they drop "Whistle While You Work" in a trailer, and then have them doing the little thing, and then you know.
Oh, dude! Like a you hear like the sound of like picks hitting concrete.
No, they did do that. That's what the trailer was.
It's like a slow like.
That's you guys are describing what the trailer was.
All right, well, let me know that.
When you see a movie like that, though, like I said, like what it's going to be, and it's not going to be that interesting because you've seen Snow White. It's one of the oldest fucking ones, and like if they would have had somebody who like, here's my vision for Snow White, and they said, okay, go do it. I think it probably does do pretty good, money, but I don't think they wanted to take a risk with it, and they were just like, what's that?
1937. I was like, was it the 60s or something? 1937. It was their first one for sure.
Yeah.
Did
you guys watch those movies when you were younger? I figure Ibrahim, because sisters.
Yeah, I just watched Disney. Like I watched all the Disney shit, like Fantasia.
Hey, Tony has sisters, but they were older than him, dog.
That's a little sus, bro. I wouldn't have watched that. Me personally, I would have just been watching cool shit for dudes.
I'm just confident in who I am. I'm not really, didn't really sweat it. I was willing to take in other perspectives.
At
sounds a little
7 years old, going like, what's the perspective on this one? I'm curious.
All I know is, man, that shit would come on after Bambi, and then when I was a little kid, I watched Disney Channel all the time.
No, I was actually talking to a friend about this earlier today. Like we were a Disney heavy house for sure, because I have 3 sisters, 2 of them younger than me, and like the first movie we all saw in the theater as a family, I think, was The Lion King, probably.
Hard.
Because what was that, 93 that came out, I think, and like, my little youngest sister was 3 at that point.
Dog, I was already 16 by then.
Yeah.
I wasn't
but like,
that.
I mean, those movies used to be like cultural moments when a new Disney animated movie would come out.
Yeah.
Like, because they took longer to make. It was like, what's the next one going to be? Now they're just like, why I want to go watch like a live action one when like the cartoon is more magical and it's like comfort food, and you know what I mean? Like, we have Snow White at home.
Yeah.
Dio says Disney for boys is Aladdin, Hercules, and Tarzan. True.
Yeah, I mean, all that shit came out. I was an adult when all that came out.
That's why they bought Marvel and Star Wars, because they wanted some stuff for little boys. They wanted to corner that market too.
Yeah. Little they know, it was all 40-year-old men watching that shit.
William Britton says, don't forget my boy Quasimodo. True.
Oh, that's true.
William is very knowledgeable about Disney stuff.
Oh, is he? Dio says Lion King as well. Yeah, so like I was similar, and I didn't like a lot of the Disney princess movies, even like when they brought in like Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast. We didn't really fuck with them, but I was actively afraid of like Sleeping Beauty, because I thought Maleficent in that movie was like the devil, like not like the devil. I thought that image was so satanic that it freaked me out. You know what I mean? I thought that bitch was evil incarnate. So like my sister would put that movie on to fuck with me because she knew I couldn't watch it because I would just terrify me. I would have to leave the room. But yeah, all those other ones we used to watch all the time, and Snow White was just kind of boring though. Like if you watch it now, it's just like this shit's kind of whack. There's no talking creatures. There's the dwarves, which is fucked up, but like there's no like cute things. So like, how do you market this movie if you don't even have a cute thing in it other than Rachel Ziegler? Like this thing was doomed to fail. But now that it did fail, they're not blaming the lack of cute things. They're not blaming the fact that the story is like insanely old. You know what they're blaming is Rachel Ziegler herself, not for being Latina though. For being woke. And before this movie came out, she was saying like it's like a woman empowerment movie, and everyone was like, "Really, Snow White?" But here's a story that came out about this from Variety. In a new report from Variety, one of Rachel's Free Palestine tweets apparently caused friction behind the scenes because it was the same thread as tweets promoting Snow White. So she'd be like, "Everybody go see Snow White. It's a wonderful time. Blah blah blah. Free Palestine." It said high-powered producer Mark Platt even flew out to New York to speak directly with her and try to get her to take the tweet down. Could you imagine flying all the way across the country to talk to like a 20-year-old woman to be like, "Hey, like, can you please not say Free Palestine?" I would be like, "Are you fucking insane, dude? Go away." what was really funny about that is so like that guy Mark Platt, you know who he is? He's the dad of the guy from Dear Evan Hansen, that creepy looking little guy.
Yeah, dude. Ben Platt, was that his name?
Yeah, Ben Platt. So his brother came out in defense of his dad. Apparently somebody posted on his Instagram account like, hey, what's up with your dad being weird and like harassing a young actress for, you know, tweeting her opinions or whatever. And he replied with this comment. My dad, the producer of an enormous piece of Disney IP with hundreds of millions of dollars on the line, had to leave his family to fly across the country. By the way, his family, he has 2 adult sons. Like, so old that when one of them was cast as a teenager, people were like, that's disgusting. Like, I put this man off my screen. It said he had to fly all the way across the country to reprimand his 20-year-old employee. She's the star of Snow White. For dragging her personal politics into the...
Dude, she's the star of Snow White.
For dragging her personal politics in the middle of promoting the movie for which she signed a multi-million-dollar contract to get paid and do publicity for. Platt wrote in a since-deleted comment, according to Variety, Hollywood Reporter, and People, this is called a responsibility and accountability, and her actions clearly hurt the film's box office. He continued, free speech does not mean you're allowed to say whatever you want in your private employment without repercussions. Tens of thousands of people worked on that film, and she hijacked the conversation for her own immature desires at the risk of her own immature desires to say free Palestine at the end of a thread, being like, go see the movie, it's going to be fun. It's fucking insane. Tens of thousands of people working on this film. She hijacked the conversation for her own immature desires at the risk of the colleagues and crew and the blue-collar workers who depend on that movie to be successful.
Immature desires to end a fucking genocide. What a baby.
She said, he continues, narcissism is not something to be coddled or encouraged. Dude, his whole family is disgusting, man. That's so crazy. You know, this isn't a political podcast, but I've really come to the point of view that this isn't really a political issue anymore.
Yeah, it's just humanity and being a fucking decent human being.
It's just being against genocide in general. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what's so like insane about this situation is that like people want to make it seem like it's this super complicated issue. And there's that famous Michael Brooks thing. There's like, it's not complicated, you know? And that just goes true even more and more every day that this goes by. And it becomes less complicated as they'll do things like bomb an entire fucking like apartment complex to kill one guy and like do it like over text. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's not just Israel. Like people say, oh, it's being anti-Semitic. It's not. It's also like the U.S. military.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's just, well, yeah, I was saying it's not just Israel that is doing the bad shit. It's America, you know, using Israel as a proxy. But it's like just being outward, just being open about like, yeah, I don't like that is like so controversial that they want to just blame this fucking random woman who said that for like their fucking fuck ups. You know what I mean?
Dude, think about, okay, so the conventional wisdom is that if a movie costs like $300 million to make, 150 million of that is the advertising budget.
Right.
Right. So let's say this movie conservatively cost 200 million, right? All the CG being Disney, all that stuff, right? That means that $100 million of advertising, of sending standees to fucking movie theaters, of airtime, of Whistle While You Work remixes to be put into fucking teaser trailers, all of the fucking brand tie-ins, the Target aisles full of Snow White bullshit, all that stuff was less powerful than one line in one thread from the actress in a slew of other tweets about how they should see the movie. That's how powerful 25-year-old Rachel Ziegler's single 2-line comment for Free Palestine. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, they said apparently a
Hardly
cost
anybody's
friction was.
fault.
What's crazy about it too is like no one says like, oh, Gal Gadot might have hurt the movie by being pro-genocide. You know what I mean? It's like it's just like a weird thing where it's like they're just trying to pin this entire movie on this woman who was just like did the most basic plea for humanity. And it's like, oh, thanks a lot.
That's their whole move, dude, is they just try to vilify empathy on like such a crazy level.
Yeah, this whole thing too reminds me of like, you know, working in comics when I was working for like Marvel and DC. No editors really ever like gave me too much of a shit about it, but I would always like kind of feel it like just being outwardly political online, you know? Like again, I was much more abrasive than this woman ever was, obviously, right? But like the idea that like, okay, well, if you want to continue making these comic books, you're gonna have to just give us like your whatever voice that you have, like that belongs to us now. Any sort of like influence or any sort of like platform that you build through your work, through your talent, like you don't get to use that for whatever you want. We own that because we could stop giving you money at any time. It's like such a crazy idea. Like otherwise, like what is the point? And it used to piss me off. Like we used to talk about this all the time, Ibrahim, about like writers who like have so much more power in the comic industry. Like they have so much more opportunities afforded to them. They have so much more of a voice because people listen to them, and they would never use it to like advocate for anything beyond their own self-interest of like selling more books for themselves, you know?
Dude, not even like when our colleagues were being attacked on a daily fucking basis for being women or queer or trans or people of color. A lot of those guys didn't say shit because they didn't want to hurt their bottom line. Like, what a bitch ass move, dude. To just like, you know, and there's people in the industry who like have had careers before this that are careers that are like lawyers, fucking CIA agents allegedly. Like, you know what I mean? Like, bro, you were counterterrorism, but you can't be counter fucking bullying, you know. And eventually, like Tom Cruise, you know, he would say some stuff that was like, you know, meant to be on the side of good, you know, however late to the party it was. But like, my point is, like, I think there's certainly a line between diving into it head first and being the person who makes your whole internet identity like somebody who argues with trolls and stuff like that. But there's also like being a pillar or like a major player in the industry and coming out and stamping that shit out right out the gate so that it just doesn't get any oxygen. And they didn't do it. And as it got worse, they continued to not do it. And then it became this like, well, I don't want to say anything because look how vitriolic all these guys are. And it's like, dude, are you that fucking soft? You're that scared? You can't stand up and stand on any business whatsoever other than your own bottom line. You know, and I get it. People have families, they have kids and shit. They don't want to fuck up their livelihood, but it's like, this is fucking up your livelihood. It's fucking up your editor's livelihood. Like, you're part of this whether you like it or not. So stand the fuck up, you know?
And not only that, like a lot of them would then stand up, and then when other people did stand up, they would jump in and criticize those people.
Oh, geez, guys, like, I just want to keep my head down and work. I don't know what everyone's fighting about all the time.
Yeah, it's like either if you don't want to say anything, it's bitch move, but at least just get the fuck out of the way and don't like
commit
interfere
to
with people who are
right. Don't start adding your little fucking 2 cents later. You know, after everyone's already been hit with rocks and shit. Like, fuck you, dude.
Yeah, I had a conversation with a writer, like I think it was in Portland, but it was like after everything had happened, settled down, and like, you know, like things had moved on a little bit from like when it was like at its most sort of tense.
Yeah.
And I remember just talking to him because he was one of the people that they would be like, oh, we love this guy. You know what I mean? Like he's makes
on our
comics.
side.
Yeah. And I'm like, you know, like you would have went a long way if you would have just said like, I'm not on your side. Because I didn't think he was, and he wasn't, right? But they didn't know that. And so they just kept assuming he was. And I'm like, it just makes you look kind of like a pussy to just not just be like, yeah, I don't fuck with that. You know, like that's all you don't have to say anything else. You know, it's like I said, like just the basic sort of like bottom line humanity of just being like, yeah, I don't think we should be like racist or transphobic or whatever, you know? And like, would you have changed the people's minds? No, because they were not even genuine like fans of comics or like, you know, whatever. Like they probably would have, or you could have changed their minds. You don't fucking know, but like all you have to gain is like the respect of your peers, you know?
Right.
Like you're gonna keep making money. So like all you're gonna lose is like the respect of these people who are not your peers that you don't have to talk to at conventions and all this kind of shit. And it always tripped me out, you know? That like, yeah, when there's like things that you could stand for like that, you didn't want to.
Right.
Like whatever. But it's also like now. Like they still don't do it like now when there's a genocide going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And you know, the thing about that too is like if they had stood up, because a lot of the publishers were scared to wade into it too. You know, they didn't want to take a stance. They just were hoping it would blow over and stuff. And
Yeah.
it's like that shit went on for years. Clearly it didn't. Like it still goes on to some degree, even though a lot of those guys have self-destructed and eaten each other and petered out anyway. But like if the bigger names had stepped up and said something, that would have also sent a signal to the publishers because they would have gone like, oh, these guys are our bread and butter right now. You know, like they're the ones who are contracted with us. They're the ones who were in the fucking summit planning meetings on where we're taking the DC universe for the next 5 years or whatever the fuck. So like they can't just not fuck with those guys. You know what I mean? So if they had stood up and said something, that would have made a big difference too. And they fucking didn't, you know?
And the thing is, like, it's so cynical and like shameful that like when they would make a statement about a thing, it would be like the comics pledge thing where they had like dudes in comics sign the pledge to like not be sexist and all this kind of shit.
Right.
And like they didn't do it because they were advocating for anything. They did it because they were covering their own ass because it was like, well, don't look at us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was like I was like a friend of mine reached out and was like, hey, we're gonna do this thing. Would you be able to do it like as well? And I was like, sure, I don't give a fuck. Like, but everybody knows what I'm about. Like I've already walked away from I've already spoken out on this shit. Like I'm not the one you have to like anybody has to worry about. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so like, yeah, like it was very weird to me then after that when shit would come out, all them would keep their fucking mouth shut still because they were like, yeah, well, we didn't actually really want to rock the boat or like stand by anything. Like, all right, well then you're a bitch. You know, it is what it is. Yeah. Like, and it's not just one. It was like it's an entire industry of pussies, but that's fine.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, who I love them, but
I just, you know, a lot of those people like worked every day with these women who are getting harassed, you know, the editors and stuff. And it's like, how are you not supporting that? I mean, maybe they'd send them a little email like, hey, keep your head up.
Yeah. Well,
it's not helpful on like a pub, you know, like say something publicly, dog. What are you doing?
Really early on with that kind of shit, I remember me and Tamara were both getting just like shit on by some random like troll on like, you know, Twitter. And we were both just going in on him because we just thought like, fuck this motherfucker, you know? And then our editor reached out and was like, hey, we can't tell you guys, you know, not to do this. Like, because they literally couldn't. They weren't paying us Rachel Ziegler money. But we were like, they were like, you know, it would be like probably better just for your sake to not engage with this. Like, that would be my recommendation. And I was like, okay, you know, like, I don't want to like piss anybody off, but like, that wasn't even like me sticking up for like somebody else. That was just me sticking up for myself. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, so it was kind of funny for them to just be like, can you please just like put down the sword on this one? It's like, all right, yeah, I'll just accept a low level of harassment. What's the difference? I guess, you know? And like ultimately, what is the difference? Like for me personally, like I don't have much to like I'm not a person who like can be hurt like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like it doesn't really matter. But like for other people, it does matter. This was kind of, you know, it was annoying, and like you said, it's not like they had anybody's back. Like when they were harassing like women editors at Marvel, it's not like Marvel had their back or did anything to help them either. But
no, in fact, it sounded like it was the opposite from what I've been told by people by sources close to the situation, right? So it's like, yeah, dude, it was just real pathetic, like sad display of like non-committal and non-help all around, like. But shout out to the people who had to endure the brunt of that, and who sometimes even would act as like human shields for others.
Yeah.
Especially like wasn't it like Emma Hubois was like kind of taking a lot of heat on purpose, like to kind of like help shield other people or something at one point.
I don't know about that. I don't know some. I don't. I know who the people are. I don't want to like. I don't want to say their names to get them.
Well, I'm just want to shout her out because like, I mean that's all in the past now anyway. But like, yeah, I just know that there were people out there like taking the hits and being like, fucking fine, come at me. Like nobody else is, and it would kind of pull the heat away from other people who they felt were like they were protecting in some cases, which I think is sick.
Yeah. Oh, another little hero in this story, by the way, is my girl Melissa Barrera from Scream and a few other movies. My favorite monster. She talked about this Variety article that came out about Rachel Ziegler, where they were like, it's all her fault. She wouldn't stop being anti-Semitic, which is crazy. She put newly published hit piece in Variety magazine attempts to paint Rachel Ziegler as difficult and politically radical. It doesn't. It makes her look cool as hell and full of integrity.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's interesting because like it's the I was looking up like what Rachel Ziegler's like ethnicity is, because I kept seeing she's Latina, but I didn't I was like, where from? Give me the specific kind. And I found out she was Colombian and Polish. And I'm like, well, if she's Polish, then she's basically Israeli. What are they so mad about? You know what I mean? Just chill then. But yeah, I like her, not just because of this. What I've seen from little I've seen from the trailer from the movie, sounds like she could sing really well. She's a very beautiful young woman. I hope that like Hollywood doesn't try to blacklist her over this bullshit.
Yeah.
Like they try to get my girl Melissa Barrera, but she's just too poppin'.
Yeah. Or Jenna Ortega. They couldn't fuck with her either.
Yeah, they definitely could not fuck with her. So let's do some news stories. I got so many here. Let's see a good one. Let's see. Here we go. Is this a new one? I had found a bunch of stories looking, and they were like from 2012, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yep.
But no, this one's from this is from March 12th, 2025. So, an American dog owner was shot by his pet after it jumped on his bed and set off a loaded gun, police said on Wednesday. The man from Memphis, Tennessee, was asleep beside his female partner when he was shot early Monday morning, escaping with a graze to his left thigh, and was treated in a hospital. The dog, a year-old pit bull named Oreo, got his paw stuck in the trigger guard and ended up hitting the trigger, the police report said. It did not specify the type of weapon fired, and recorded the incident as accidental injury. While gun violence is prolific in the U.S. Go ahead.
No cream filling in that Oreo, baby. He's got that dog in him, dude.
What I think is insane is, like, I don't really care about the guy. I feel like that's so fucking dangerous to just have a fucking loaded gun around. It could hurt your dog. You know what I mean?
On your bed?
Dude.
You got a loaded gun on your bed? What the fuck are you doing?
Dog could potentially kill you by jumping onto your bed because of some shit you left laying around. That's on you, my guy.
Yeah.
Glad the dog is okay.
This is what happened in Tennessee, by the way. Very Tennessee type story.
Bro, that's the Tennessee wake up. That's the wake up grind in Tennessee,
7:34. Dog shoots me. 7:37.
It did not specify the type of weapon fired and recorded the incident as an accidental injury. While gun violence is prolific in the United States, cases of animals shooting humans are rare. 2 years ago,
pretty rare, I would say. Not a lot of those happen.
It's because they don't have opposable thumbs. It's harder to do it. It takes a pet with a specific set of skills.
That's
Like John
that's
Wick's
sick,
dog couldn't
honestly.
do this, obviously. That's why he went out sad, bro.
His other one might though. His other one.
Yeah, his new one might.
So.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah. That dog's got that dog in him.
Dude,
It
that's
continues
such a
to.
wild story. Oh, there's more.
2 years ago, a German Shepherd dog shot and killed a 30-year-old man in Kansas after it stepped on a hunting rifle. Dude, what?
It's not cool to put it on the dog. The dog shot and killed him. It's like, no, the dog's just walking like dogs do. It doesn't know that the gun
that's
is.
That's what we do with gun violence, though. It's always like the man, 34, jumped in front of a bullet as it exited a gun.
Yeah, it's that passive language they do for Israeli war crimes.
Yeah.
Building collapses. Lots of people dead. Not unrelated. Israel had launched an operation. It says in 2018, a 51-year-old man from Iowa was shot in the leg by his pit bull lab mix. Local news station Memphis 13's Fox 13 Memphis cited Tennessee victim's girlfriend, who was not named, as saying that she was sleeping when the gun went off. The dog is a playful dog, and he likes to jump around and stuff like that. And it just went off, she reportedly said. Her lesson from the incident, keep the safety on or use a trigger lock. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean the stuff you're supposed to do anyway?
That's nice. Maybe put it in a safe. Maybe keep it, out of arm's reach. Like just have a loaded gun on the bed.
Well, like what was going on? Where like she's asleep and there's a loaded gun on the bed. And this other guy, he's asleep too, right? So, like he just fell asleep with a loaded gun on the bed. Like
the Glock 45 is the top choice of weapon among dog owners.
So here's a story that's going to make you nuts. It's another influencer story. An online creator in New Hampshire was recently arrested after police received a video reportedly showing the 23-year-old urinating on items at a grocery store. According to the press release from Keene Police on department's Facebook page, the woman, identified as Kelly Tedford, posted disturbing videos to an unnamed internet site, including one in which Tedford recorded herself contaminating items in a local business with her urine. Police said an investigation was immediately conducted with the cooperation of the business, the Monadnock Food Co-op. The affected products were removed, police said, and in coordination with the local health department, a recall was issued for several items, including quinoa, cornmeal, polenta, coconut shreds, and walnut. This is horrific, by the way.
Dude, can you imagine getting a phone call? It's like from your grocery store, and they're like, "Hey, did you buy some polenta?"
Yeah, why?
Oh, it got pissed on.
Oh no! What is the replacement polenta also going to be piss contaminated, or?
We are currently working on that. The kale got R. Kelly, baby. You got to bring that shit back.
The affected products were removed, police said, and in coordination with the local health department, a recall was issued for several items. Upon notification from law enforcement, we immediately reviewed store video, identifying affected products, removed them from our shelves, sanitized all surfaces. We all reached out to the members who purchased the at-risk products, the co-op's website states. How could you do that, though?
Yeah. How would you know who bought it? Like, it doesn't.
Store noted that no fresh
surveillance state, bro.
The store noted that no fresh produce, meat, seafood, prepared foods, or refrigerated products were affected, and the community's health and safety remained a top priority. While this was a highly unusual situation, we took swift action in accordance with our food safety and recall procedures. We also have been in direct communication with the Keene Health Department, which has confirmed that no ongoing risks remain. The store also plans to review security measures and their procedures to further safeguard the store from its customers. Co-op lost about $1,500 in destroyed merchandise and cleaning costs, according to the police.
Dude, here's the thing. You're never going to stop it from happening. The only way to combat it is a good guy with piss.
Yeah. What's really crazy about this story is like you would think, oh, this is like a one-time incident, right? Keene police said that during their investigation, they discovered additional videos of Tedford that were being reviewed by law enforcement. At this time, it appears likely that similar historic incidents occurred in Keene and surrounding communities where Tedford contaminated items and or surfaces with urine, as several videos appear to be recorded as early as 2021.
Jesus
She's
Christ.
been doing this shit for 4 years.
Bro, she's been a serial pisser since...
Serial pisser.
Oh, she did
She'd be pissing on oatmeal, on Captain Crunch, on Raisin
Cheerios.
Bran. Hey, she left 2 scoops on the Raisin Bran, dude. That shit. She's escalating. Her methods are escalating.
What's the technique there? You know, because it's like she's squatting and like throwing.
Nobody's seeing it, right? Like,
yeah.
So here's what I imagine happened. Some guy, I think she has an OnlyFans, that she was putting it on OnlyFans. And I think somebody was like, "Oh, nice. Wait a minute. Wait, hold on a second. I shop at this fucking place."
Like what the fuck?
They're eating a bowl of fucking quinoa, and they're like, "What?"
Oh, nice.
Hold on.
Oh, nice. She's at a Tesco's.
Wait, I go to Tesco's.
That's crazy though. Like, it's insane content to be like, the content is, I'm going to film myself pissing on shit at the grocery store.
Yeah.
Influencers are insane, dude.
Jesus, man.
If
That's what it is.
you would call her an
You
influencer,
know?
I guess she's just a content creator.
Hey, buddy. I'm podcasting, doo-doo. My dog's here. He's not going to shoot me, though.
Break yourself, fool.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. We sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, influencers should
A Michigan
be
judge.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
No, it's like we said like last week, influencers should be charged double, or they should have like special charges for.
Yeah.
Speaking of special charges, a Michigan judge has thrown cold water on a plan to have Walmart shoplifters wash cars as a consequence for their misdemeanor crime. The unusual sentence came from Judge Jeffrey Clothier, who has been on the 67th District in Genesee County for only a few months. He said having shoplifters give free car washes would serve the community and possibly discourage other people from stealing from the big retailer. I love how this justice was like, I got an idea. A lot of you motherfuckers keep stealing shit. Just wash some cars. You know what I mean? This will solve everybody's problems.
The justice went on to say that his car is always dirty and could really use somebody to wash it.
Start with my car, and then we'll work out from there. He's like, can I just have personal servants for these people who are doing Walmart crimes?
That dude's rise and grind thing. He's like, I want someone to put sandals on my feet. I want someone to peel a banana for me.
But Chief Judge William Crawford II overruled him, saying that the junior jurist first should have sought approval from him and other court officials. This is especially true where the proposed alternative punishment deviates from the usual and accepted methods, Crawford said in a statement Friday, adding that Walmart washes will not be taking place as reported.
He said, no, I'm not doing that. Sit down, young blood.
He went totally rogue. Like he was like his first case, and he was like, you know what? I'm sick of everybody treating the fucking justice system like it's this fucking, this old fashioned thing that you have to like abide by the rules. Let's break the rules. Let's figure shit out. I need my car washed. Let's fucking have them wash my car. And the guy's like, no, dude. That's not how the legal system works. Maybe it is now, actually, but it didn't used to. Clothier made headlines in February when he told the AP that he was ordering 75 to 100 store thieves to return to the Grand Blanc township near Flint to wash cars for free when spring weather arrives. He said that he had the endorsement of local store managers. Oh, the other fucking pieces of shit in town agreed?
Yeah.
But after hearing about the plan, officials at Walmart headquarters in Arkansas told him that they did not want car washes to be offered on store property. Even Walmart was like, I don't know. This sounds like what you want is like slavery.
There were a lot of people that this guy needed to ask before doing this, and he didn't talk to a single fucking one of them. he was just freestyling it, dude. That's crazy.
It's a real Michael Scott kind of like judge move. You know what I mean?
Yeah, really.
He just like, you know what, guys? He had like all of them in the fucking courtroom. You know, he had like a jury there too. Like, you know what, guys? Let's fucking fix this problem. Car wash. Yeah.
Jurors sitting there going like this.
if I love that he thought like the way to solve the shoplifting problem is also the way that like Boy Scouts solved the problem of like not being able to afford new uniforms or whatever.
Right.
Like a little league team that wants to get a pizza party. It's like the same thing.
Like that, I was wondering, do you think on some level he was thinking it was going to inspire them to like fundraise so that they don't steal? Because it doesn't sound like it. It sounds like he's just like, yeah.
I love that Walmart told him no, and it says, undeterred, the judge figured he would simply find another site for soap, water, buckets, and towels. With Crawford's order, however, the car wash is finished. I'm frustrated, Clothier said. I'm still going to try and come up with a creative way to solve this problem. I had 37 new Walmart theft offenses 2 days ago. In the last month, it's been well over 100. He said that 20 to 30 judges around Michigan who heard about the car wash had pledged to join the bucket brigade with him and the shoplifters. Clothier said that he is now ordering other types of community service in the Walmart case instead of car wash.
Okay. Yo, if you sentence me to car washing for shoplifting, I'm stealing the bucket. I'm stealing the soap. I'm going right back to it. I mean, what are you going to do? Make me wash more cars? That's what I'm here for. I got the stuff here.
Oh, here's the story that's linked underneath this one. 3 women accused of dine and dash at Chicago restaurant. The name of the restaurant is Chicago. Wait, no, is it? Hold on. Oh, okay, yeah, it is. They dine and dash at Chicago restaurant and then brag about it online. It says 3 women from Rochester, New York.
Oh wow!
Shout out to Sophie. Allegedly dined and dash at Soul Vibes with a Z on near North Side after racking up a $200 plus tab, leaving one at a time as the server stepped away. This is crazy. This is a news story.
Yeah,
I get that's
like
money, but
I worked in so many restaurants that happen all the time. There was no no news truck coming for that.
The woman accidentally provided their names and phone numbers on the wait list and reportedly bragged about the crime on social media, tagging the restaurant. Oh,
okay.
I mean, come on.
I see. I get why now. They're idiots. They're the dumbest people you can imagine.
That's insane. Leave it to Rochester. Chicago police are investigating, and the women could face a Class A misdemeanor for theft and services under $500, with penalties including up to a year in jail and a $2,500 fine.
Wow. Imagine like spending a year in jail because you didn't want to pay for your fucking like Jack Daniel's ribs or whatever the fuck.
You know what? They got a news story here. Let's watch it. This is so funny. I love people who are assholes like this.
Sorry, I just
like
wanted 3 potato skins.
They could have gotten away with it. They chose not to. They chose to like disgrace themselves and their scheming.
And they would have if it weren't for you meddling kids.
Being out on their bills lately.
Tia Ewing has latest on the uptick.
Now you see them and now you don't. We've blurred the video because the trio hasn't been charged yet, but you can't miss that distinctive.
I love how they're like dressed like Batman villains too. They didn't just go in there; they made a big scene about it.
Blue wig and the massive tap they left.
$262 is insane, though.
What were they? They must have been drinking up a storm, huh?
They asked for the ticket to be split. She left from this table behind me to a few steps away, clicked the button. As she left, they got up one at a time and walked out.
3 days ago, the 3 women from Rochester, New York visited Soul Vibes in the near North neighborhood to celebrate a birthday and left behind a surprise and unpaid.
They went to it looked like it's like a vegan restaurant. It said it's not, I can't believe it's not meat. So wait, is it? But all this stuff says chicken. I wonder if it's real chicken or not.
Well, yeah. It says Vibes Alfredo pasta chicken.
They actually ran out the door and ran and hid behind a service vehicle that was in traffic.
They
Sophie says we don't have a lot going on here. They went all the way to Chicago to pull off the scheme.
Decided to dine and dash after devouring chicken wings, Alfredo, and washing it all down with flights of drinks.
It's not violent, but it's a crime, and it affects us, and it affects our bottom dollar, and it affects our team members.
They were spotted on surveillance, leaving one by one within 30 seconds of the server stepping away. They also forgot that they signed up on the wait list before being seated, including their name and phone number. And to add insult to injury, they posted this.
No! Thanks for the free food, Soul Vibes. No, dude. That's give him a year in jail just for that post. That's bullshit.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Hey, normally I would say they should be washing a lot of cars, but
yeah, that judge is like thinking of like creative ways. Is like, I know what we should have them do. Have them sell chocolate bars for this restaurant.
Door to door.
Onto social media, thanking the restaurant for the free food while laughing at waitstaff like Chloe Jackson.
I'm here 3 days a week.
Their greedy crime comes with a much heavier cost.
Someplace.
Sophie says, I wonder if they've tried this before in Rochester or if they traveled all the way to Chicago just for this. I imagine Sophie right now with like one of those maps with like the yarn connecting the different locations to where this is happening.
Red going from spot to spot.
Yeah.
Places do make the servers come out and pay for those bills, but Fab and Soul Vibes here, they don't make us pay for it. That's really grateful because $300, $400 could really break our bank for that day.
Sadly, dine and dash incidents are on the rise. The owners run 2 Soul Vibes locations and 3 I Can't Believe It's Not Meat restaurants. And in the
so they're separate places.
Oh, okay.
By the way, both places kind of stupid names, but you know, peace and love.
Last 6 months, they've seen an uptick in these type of incidents. These are just a few of the incidents they've recorded.
It's an industry of pennies and nickels. So when you get these dine and dash incidences, you know what I mean? You know, the consumer or the people that are doing this dine and dash might think, oh, it's just $100. Yeah, but it's hurting the bottom line.
Now,
we went live to this human Willy Willy to ask him his opinion.
Yeah, you can't be doing all that stuff, okay? There's a lot of people that try to eat their food, and you can't be just stealing the food, though.
What it
Not
does
good for
is
the
it
bottom
hurts our
line.
bottom dollar. Dollars hurt.
Police report was made. Chicago police are now investigating. If charged, the suspects could face a Class A misdemeanor for theft of services under the amount of $500. That's punishable by up to 1 year in jail and a $2,500 fine.
Damn.
Oof. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's rough out there, and it's like it's hard to see it getting better anytime soon with some of these policies. But this isn't a political podcast. We have to talk about it. But, like, this is going to be bad for like the country, but it might be good for our people doing stupid crimes. You know what I mean?
I'm about to go double glasses on this thing so I can see real up close.
Oh shit!
It's gonna look cool as shit. That's our bottom dollar.
That's you when you're going through the books, figuring out how much.
I can't look at the math's not adding up.
Just punching the calculator.
I mean, we got. I don't have a bottom dollar anymore.
Whoa. I found another good story on this site. Listen to this. Babysitter checking for monster in child's room finds man hiding under bed, says police.
Whoa.
A babysitter in Kansas made a shocking discovery while attempting to prove that to one of the children she was looking after that there wasn't a monster hiding underneath the bed. On Monday, March 24th, at around 10:30 p.m. local time, authorities responded to a reported disturbance call at the 2000 block of Patton Road, which is just outside of the city of Great Bend, the Barton County Sheriff's Office confirmed to a Facebook post. Upon arrival, the deputies contacted the victim, who stated that she was babysitting children at the residence. When putting the children to bed, one child complained there was a monster under their bed. When the victim attempted to show the child that there was nothing under the bed, she came face to face with a male suspect who was hiding there.
Fucked up.
That's
Crazy,
horrifying, but also like the kid must have been like, "I told you."
You believe me now?
Tell me that's not a monster. Now you look stupid. See, you should have believed me.
Yeah.
I want all the ice cream and cookies.
An altercation ensued when the babysitter and one child was knocked over in the struggle. Oh, damn. The suspect then fled the scene before deputies arrived. Oh, no. Martin Villalobos Jr., 27, has since been arrested and transported back to Barton County Jail. No. There was a wolf in the bed, dude. This is a fucking Little Red Riding Hood situation. The post stated that the suspect...
hide your kids, hide your wife.
Not Martin Villalobos Jr.
The post Villalobos I could trust.
The post stated that the suspect had once lived at the residence, but there was currently protection from the abuse order issued against him to stay away from the property. Despite being unable to locate Villalobos Jr. after searching the area on the evening he was found under the bed, officers continued to look for him the following morning. Suspect was seen in the 2000 block of Patton Road, at which point he attempted to flee from law enforcement. After a short foot pursuit, the suspect was captured, police stated. Officers confirmed the suspect had been booked and requested charges of aggravated kidnapping, aggravated burglary, aggravated battery, child endangerment, felony obstruction of a law enforcement officer, and a violation of a protection from abuse order. Villalobos Jr. is being held in lieu of a $500,000 bond, police said. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Better get your cousin.
I wonder what this dude looks like. That'd be. I mean, he's not my cousin because all the Villaloboses in America are like, it's pretty small. Most of them are in Mexico.
So he's your brother then?
Nah. Oh man, we could have watched a news story about this. Oh, this is a weird news story. He doesn't look nothing like me. I was hoping it would be like an exact,
Dude,
just
can
looked
you
like
imagine?
Me. That'd be so
That'd
funny.
be so funny.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Here, I'll present what he looks like. Here he goes. This is the evil Villalobos.
Yeah,
I'm so curious, like how he got in, how long he was waiting there. Like what did the kid hear?
Yeah, I'm looking. There's like all the details that I'm seeing on other stories are just the same thing. Obviously, I'm fascinated that there's a Villalobos committing crimes.
He's the anti.
Well, you guys got any plans this weekend?
Sunday, I'm gonna go play video games at the Roxy movie theater for the fighter the fighter game meetup. Should be fun. I haven't played video games in a long time, so it'll be interesting. See if my old thumbs. Yeah, last time I played video games, I tried to play that Star Wars game a couple years ago that came out, and my thumbs hurt from like mashing buttons too much.
My thumbs hurt.
Yeah. And my eyes hurt from following the objects around in the screen.
I am not a Jedi anymore. Tomorrow I'm going to see my family for a little bit, kind of a joint birthday thing, because my birthday was a couple weeks ago, and my mom's husband's was like a week after. So we're just gonna have some pizza over there, and then I'm doing like a home improvement project, so that I'm gonna be working on that. And I'm making a sick ass shredder figure. You guys want to see this real quick?
Oh, is this what you're working on right now? We seen the
Yeah,
prototype, the digital prototype that you sent us.
Yeah, oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay, let me put a couple pieces together here. He's not fully assembled, but this is a close approximation of what we're rocking with here.
Let me go. Let me see if I can make you like the main guy. Nope.
So,
hold on. I was trying to get it so that it's you, but it won't let me.
Here's what I got so far, and I have a mask for him as well, but it has to be like applied kind of specifically. Oh, there you go.
There we go.
I'm currently repainting his face. That's why he looks kind of like ghostly.
Looks kind of like Peter Weller.
Yeah,
that's
He's
hard.
actually the guy from Terminator Genesis, the cop, Lee Young. What's his name? I can't remember the actor's name ever, but
I thought for a second there, I thought he looked like T2.
He kind of with this because he doesn't have eyebrows right now because I am in the midst of painting them, but yeah, I'm really excited about it. You know, I made those turtles, and for a long time now, everybody on YouTube has been like, "Oh, you got to make Shredder, and I was just like, I don't really plan to because I just didn't really have the vision for it yet. And then eventually, like, I started thinking about it, and I got an idea on how I was going to do it, and so here I am. What about you, Ramon? You got anything going this weekend?
A lot of inking. I'm finishing up like a story. And then try to get some steps in this weekend. I've been I bought a new pair of black shorts so that I can start walking around in other shorts than my green ones.
Nice.
And so, you know, it's funny, like the older I get, like the more things like that really excite me. Like, oh, I'm getting a new pair of shorts that I can wear all the time.
Yeah.
Like what I almost bought so when I go walking, when it was cold, I would always wear a beanie, right? And my hair would just get so fucking wet because I'm sweating like crazy under there. Now that it's warm, I'm starting to wear like these sort of like stretchy kind of like Adidas hats and stuff. I have like a few of them, you know, like they're like pretty common, this kind of thing. But I was thinking about buying a bandana. They have like Carhartt bandanas that are kind of like stretchy and will like absorb the sweat. Because sometimes I'll wear like a bandana when it gets hot out. I'm like, oh well, like having one that's purpose is to like sort of absorb sweat and stuff. That could be useful. So I was thinking about buying one, but I didn't pull the trigger on it, and I'm kind of regretting it because I was gonna get one that was also high vis orange. I'm like, is that doing too much? You know, am I tripping for that? Should I just get a black one? Should I get a camo one? There's a lot of choices right now that I need to make before I do that. But
you want people to see you, you know, can't be wearing the camo.
What set you claim, homie? High vis for life.
I like having the high vis stuff because when it gets dark, I don't want to get hit by a car.
Yeah,
I think that's smart.
Smart.
You can also get those like cooling bandana things. They're like, you know, you soak them in water and then
this one functions like that too. From what I understand, I was reading people saying that you could do that. Well, you know, I have my hat for that though. You know, I told you about that, right?
Oh, that's right. The one you wore to that Niners game, right?
Yeah, I have it right here. That's that when it gets hot outside, I'm already like in my mind, it's like 60 degrees out here right now. Like we've been having some really good weather. Well, good in like terms of it's nice, but bad in terms of it keeps fucking raining. But like it's good weather in the sense of like I can walk whenever I want and it's awesome. But cool. I'm already in my mind thinking about when I will not be able to do that. And I'm already like making my plan, like getting my gear ready, thinking about what will, you know, be my routine when this happens, when it's going to be like 100 and whatever fucking degrees outside. And I'm just like dying, you know?
Yeah.
Like I was thinking about getting a second water bottle just so I can have like a second one with me, you know, but I probably won't need to, but I was just thinking about it. I got a lot of big plans.
You can always adjust as you go, right?
Yeah.
You get one of those camel backpacks that has the straw. You know?
Yeah. Why? Like the other thing is like as I'm getting older, like when I went to that Niners game and I bought that fucking hat, like I'm just getting like kind of prepared for this kind of stuff more. Like how can I, instead of like finding myself in a situation where like I'm fucking dying or whatever, I'm like, how can I like prepare for this and so I'm not in that situation, you know?
Yeah, man.
Like how about instead of walking
for
around,
success.
how about instead of walking around in like Dickies or like jeans, I wear like, you know, stuff that will make, you know, my like less constrictive or whatever, so that I'm just more comfortable doing it, you know? It makes me
Dude,
want to do it, and it makes me like invest in the process of doing it.
do you have any dry fit shirts?
I do, yeah.
Those are so clutch for like being out in the heat.
Yeah, you know, I had those before I was doing stuff like that. I just thought they were comfortable.
Yeah, man. Jana got me some, and like when I was digging that massive hole in our backyard, I was rocking those, and it was like a lifesaver.
But yeah, I was looking at the basketball schedule, see if I could go watch a game with my nephew or something. We've been watching like the NCAA tournament a little, like every once in a while. It's been really fun.
That's cool.
He's been training to put on muscle and like, you know, be more athletic. But I was like, why aren't you in the lab, bro? Why don't you fucking work your post game up? Why are you like, you know, slacking right now? He's like, dude, I'm hecka tired. Shout out to the nephew. He when I was there yesterday, they were talking about the new Kanye album, and I was like, I'm not gonna listen to that shit. Like, you couldn't pay me to listen to that bullshit anymore. It's so crazy. Like his whole situation with his daughter is like, it's just wild. We were talking. Were you in here last night, Ibrahim, when we were watching that stuff? No, right? His daughter was on like an album on a song with FKA Twigs and a video that came out with FKA Twigs where she's like rapping in Japanese. But Kanye wanted to put her on a song with Diddy.
Ooh.
Like, yeah, you know, the human sex trafficker. And Kim Kardashian was like, absolutely not. You can't put our daughter, you know, you can't do that. And so he got really mad because then she was on a different album with like this famous rapper, Playboy Cardi. And it was like, oh, so she could be on this guy's album, but not the album with a sex pest, you know, a sex criminal. And it's like, yeah, obviously, but he doesn't understand that because he's insane, you know?
Oof.
Yeah, crazy situation. But shout out to Kim Kardashian and Little Northwest.
Kim Kardashian.
Hell yeah. Where is that? Where's that button? I should have had it up as soon as I started talking about her. Anyways. God damn it. Yeah.
Kim Kardashian.
Anyways, this has been fun. It's a very chill episode, Friday night chill episode. You know, thank you all for listening. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for joining.
Everyone in the chat.
Yeah, shout out to everyone in the chat. Shout out to everyone watching afterwards. You know what I mean? Leave a comment, like down below. Make sure to, you know, if you like our channel, make sure to subscribe. You know what I mean?
Subscribe.
Thank you for watching my video. If you really like it, then you should subscribe.
Yeah. And have a good weekend, everyone. We'll see you next Thursday. Sorry about that. This week being a day late. I had to go visit my family.
I'm not sorry.
But I'm glad that you guys joined me today. Because I almost was like, you just do it without me. You know, I'll give you guys links to articles if you want. But
nah, man.
Yeah, this was fun.
Nah.
That's not the move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no Nucle Me without you.
Oh, thanks. All right, guys. Well, we'll see you all next week. Talk to you later.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Night.
Whoops, I almost put leave studio. That's not what I want. I want to end the call.